fans, welcome to not just the next edition of the Taco, but a whole new taco. It's the first ever video taco, TACO, where we're talking ACO, the American Cornhole organization. It's episode number 100, so we thought we'd up our game and make it a whole new taco. I am Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO, as always, typically a guy who's got a better face for audio. Frank Geers, the Cornhole Dude, man, here we are. It's a pretty big momentous occasion. Episode number 100. It doesn't get any bigger than this.
I'm loving life, man. Let's get her going.
How about that? Behind the camera is our main man, our producer. He's back behind the wheels of steel. Woo, 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 woo. Eric Heinerman really putting the production together for episode number 100. And we got a lot to get to here in this whole new taco. First things first, big news, and we've unveiled it over the last couple of episodes, but we talk about our friends at East Point and what that means for us in Walmart and all kinds of stuff.
Sure, East Point is a huge addition to the team.
Yeah.
Back in September, we signed a really nice deal with them. They're representing us now in the big box stores across the U.S. First store that we're in right now is Walmart, as you mentioned, and it's real exciting news. Matter of fact, this little presentation in front of us is the bags.
These are kind of cool. You can get these sets of bags, and then there's a board set and everything else.
Yeah, they're selling two different products in the stores. You've got these bags of 4, $9.95 for a set of 4 bags. Nice weight, two-sided,
nice carrying case,
stick side, little carrying case. So really good stuff, as well as you can get a set of boards with bags. So the boards and bags, $49, $49.95 at Walmart. You know, another cool thing we're going to do with them is a program coming up, Finn, where people have the chance to win a $50 Walmart gift card. We're going to be giving away $500 in Walmart gift cards.
It goes a long way, too, especially when you're talking about that kind of pricing.
It does.
So on anything and everything. There's also the Warpole guys. We're looking forward to being part of that program with the Dubuque Major in Iowa.
Yep. Warpole, if you're not familiar with that, their website is warplebags.com. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. It's a wavy board is what I like to call it, but Warple board, wavy.
Yeah, you've seen them at some of the different events.
It's difficult to play, man. It changes your game up for sure. But they're going to be actually out in Dubuque with us. They've got a $500 giveaway that they're doing, guaranteed purse. We're going to have 10 separate $50 luck of the draws going on. That anybody out there that has paid to play in the major will be able to play for free for the chance to win some of that $500 cash.
Well, that's cool. And it just keeps getting better and better for the players. We've talked about that all the time. Red Roof Inn is stepping up now. I mean, if you are one of the top 40 players right here, right now, something pretty cool for you as well.
Yeah, Red Roof, I love it. They've actually been with us for a while. If you're anybody out there in the world, you don't even have to be a player. You can get a discount code off of our website. Go to AmericanCornhole.com and look at our partner sponsors, and you use that discount code at Red Roofs, and it benefits you and it benefits the ACO. But what's exciting is our top 40 players this season are all getting an ACO Red Roof jersey.
And I'm not 100% sure how this is being put together, but I'm pretty sure it's somewhere over here to the right side of your head, so you can see it right there.
Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, hey, you know what? I never said I was a big TV guy. Okay, I'm just saying.
But no, it is exciting. So we don't know the full deal with it. They're also going to be getting, I believe, those 40 players some opportunities for free room night stays. That's Tupelo, for instance. We're headed to Tupelo, Mississippi. No,
that's awesome. And again, I mean, you can't play cornhole without the bags, and a couple of the bags in the Choose Your Weapon program, the Ultras and the Reynolds bags have been big favorites. I know Fast Tracks, I know you're real happy about that too, but man, it's good to have that as part of the Choose Your Weapon program still.
It has. Unfortunately for the Fast Tracks, they've lost some traction here in the whole game, right?
Yeah, but I wanted to get that bump in there for you. You know what I'm saying?
Right now, the players seem to be favoring the Reynolds and the Ultras, but we'll work our way back into the picture. But sure. They're both great bags, great partners to have on board. We're excited to have Ultra and Reynolds part of the equation here this season.
No, it's great. And all this stuff that we talk about, and later on we'll tell you how you can address questions to us and all the different things that are going to be happening with the video taco. All that can be found at AmericanCornhole.com, as can this very popular jersey, which I am sporting right now. You'll look better in it than I do, of course, but very popular. The We Are Cornhole jerseys are out there.
Yeah, it's a great shirt. It's only $35, small through extra large, $5 extra size up that, but it's a great jersey, a great shirt. We see lots of players now sporting that shirt, and now that you're sporting it, you actually are a player fan.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, this doesn't make me look, I mean, it makes me look more professional than I am, but it doesn't make me a better player.
Doesn't help you play?
Than I am. But I would tell you, if you're a player and you're looking to really kind of up your game from a visual standpoint, it'll look way better on you than it does on me. Right now, it's I sort of feel like maybe I need to get you to a tent store or something. Let's just say my workout program hasn't been going as well as Heinerman's has. I'll just put that out there right now. We're working as we always seem to be toward the World Championships, the World's 14 in Vegas, and pretty excited about this. And I know that every time we talk about it, there's a little bit more excitement in your voice.
I'm very excited about it. We're going to be out at the Westgate Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. Thank goodness we have a guy like Eric Hubbard out there with Las Vegas Cornhole, who's actually helping us orchestrate some of the stuff going on there. You know, he's our boots on the ground right now, helping us develop some really great sponsorship opportunities, some activations to make this event that much more special than, you know, our previous worlds have been. Our previous World Championships have been awesome, but looking forward to, you know, a lot of them.
Well, and the thing is, too, is also, if there's others that want to get involved, to be a big part of this, we still got time to do that. If you want to bring other partners and sponsors in, or you know anybody that's interested in being part of that, because we've got some really cool little things that are planned for different players, but we can always add more.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go ahead and plant the seed out there. We got a little something to do with golf, I think, coming out there.
Cool.
So it's going to be nice. We'll talk more about that on the next episode.
No, that's awesome. And again, you can go to the World's page, AmericanCornhole.com. I think over 50% of the rooms are already booked. So if you're going to be booking a room, chop, you might want to get to it.
And at the Westgate, it's only like $59 a night, so awesome. You can't beat it. So if you're coming out and plan on coming out to the World Championships, please get your room before you don't get the chance to stay with us at the Westgate. And I'll tell you one other thing, Finn, that to talk about with the World Championships. While we're out at the Westgate, they've got the beer pong championships going on. So it's going to be some added fun and added activity going on next to us. So I'm looking forward to that, man.
Ultimately, I think for some reason, I see a giant merger between these two companies.
I can actually play beer pong much better than I can play.
I'm absolutely much more accomplished there. But you talk about where we're going. Now let's take a second to talk about where we've been, and that was the Greenbrier. And man, what a setting for just a fantastic event. Historic, gigantic, and all, just inclusive with, the hotel, the casino, all the resort aspects of it. How cool was that?
The Greenbrier is a special place. Not everybody knows of the Greenbrier. If you're a golfer into the PGA, you definitely know what the Greenbrier is. It's a very, very nice resort, though. It has a lot of historical facts around the building, a lot of hiking grounds and stuff like that. We actually played at the tennis facility that they had there.
Tennis center, yeah.
Yeah, where like Pete Sampras has been there, Andre Agassi. A lot of tennis players have spent some time there, but the facility was awesome. We did some live streaming there where we got very solid numbers this weekend, up over almost 100,000, right? Yeah, 100,000 views for the weekend's event. We actually did some streaming down at the casino where players were not only engaging in watching the NCAA basketball tournament, which Xavier was not a part of this year.
In the sports book, right? So like people could watch, they were watching the games, but you could see the streaming of the tournament as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So it was really, really neat.
Great.
Because while people were at the casino watching this, our guys are down pitching. Matt and Brett Guy actually brought their little belts up to the casino.
Belts.
Yeah, and spent about 10, 15 minutes just cracking people up, getting pictures with all the young ladies there. And they were like celebrities there.
Well, everywhere they go. I mean, you don't carry a championship belt around like that and don't get somebody to notice you.
No.
And when you got father-son like that, you got two characters like that, there's no way they're going into no matter where they go, that they're not going to get a crowd around them. So now what a great experience, and the results bore themselves out. We got some good stuff. I know you started with a blind draw with Chad and Duncan in first, and if I want to, and Jeremiah and Mike Schaefer partnered up.
So for the they didn't partner up, they were drawn. So in the big blind draw,
that's what I meant.
Yeah, it's a 50% payout tournament that people do as one of the kickoff events at every single major we do across the country.
Sure.
So Jeremiah Ellis from Ohio and Schaefer from Ohio our two good players that took second place to Chad and Duncan there.
Right on. And so, we had juniors, women, seniors, co-ed, singles. I know we're going to kind of break it down. And again, you'll see those photos off to Frank's right, your left. So just putting some faces with some names, which is kind of cool. I mean, we've always had the opportunity to tell you more about different players, but now you get a chance to put those faces with those names and those results.
Yeah, we had, so again, after we got done with the luck of the draws, we rolled into the juniors. And in the juniors, there's a family that is fast becoming one of my favorite families in the ACO world, the Geers. They've got a couple of young kids that are really, really good players, Jacob and Jackson. Jackson took first place, second time. He took first place down in Augusta as well. So he's on pace to possibly be Juniors Player of the Year, of the season. Isaac Hurt's brother, Caleb, is one of the best players in the world right now, chasing the dream of being a Player of the Season in the World Singles Division. Isaac is my little buddy. Yeah. He helps me set up and tear down, so he's quite a hoot to hang out with. So,
that's great. And again, we've spent over the years talking about the youth movement, some of the new names, and it's amazing how quickly some of the new names start rising through the ranks, and then the competition amongst and between them really is it starts out quiet, and then it kind of becomes this big rumble.
Well, you know what you see, and you see it a lot. It all started with Guy Nation, right? Yeah. I mean, you see these families coming along. There was the Averys, right, who are still a great team out there. A family team, right? You have the Davises who, kind of rule the ACO Cornhole world now as another family in there.
You'll hear that name coming up here again soon. Yes.
You have the Hurts now that are now becoming one of those families. With Rex and the rest of the family there, and Caleb, father-son situation, and Isaac, coming in second place in the junior. Now you have the Geers coming along. Amy Gore in the female division is fast becoming. So it is interesting how you see these families.
That's great.
Get together, play together, and develop as really good cornhole players.
And I would tell you, there's no word I don't think we've used in these 100 episodes of the Taco more than family. And it's about the group, all of us together, and now specifically, you're watching, as you said, these little dynastic families kind of build their way through. I mean, you have Guy Nation. I mean, you've got different brands within families. To the Hurt family, if you guys don't start a brand that just says Play Hurt, then you're insane, and I want a part of it because I just, what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they already have that. They probably
I love the nickname Hurt Locker.
The Hurt Locker?
A great nickname for that.
I think that's great.
That
Always play Hurt, man. You can do it.
But moving on to the women's division there out in the Greenbrier, Paula Stevens and Kat Kennedy. Paula Stevens is an unbelievable person, number one, but it kills me that she's so good at cornhole. She's been with us for a long time. She's chasing Player of the Season in the women's division. Kat Kennedy, it's been fun to watch her develop as a player over the years. She has really become a phenomenal player in her own right. Matter of fact, she and Brian Jones, I think, won our first ever co-ed division in Charleston, West Virginia a couple of years back. And that's really when I first realized how good Kat was becoming as a cornhole player.
Well, and so involved in the organization as well, too. So it's great to see that you can get fully engulfed and fully involved in the organization as a CO and so much more, and still get in and get your game in.
And be able to play the game.
And play at that level, which is awesome. So we moved to seniors, our top 4 seniors.
Well, seniors definitely over the last probably 5 or 6 years has really been one of those divisions that has just developed so strong. And the last few seniors events that we've had, Finn, have just been phenomenal. And this is, another one of those examples. I mean, we had people like Steve Mullis there and Don Bailey and, Mike Schaefer. The guy that ended up winning it, Alan Wingham, a great player. But, no, it was a stacked field and good folks.
No, that's great. And then you mentioned co-ed earlier when you were talking about Kat and Brian, but another competitive co-ed division at the Greenbrier.
Yeah, I mean, there was matter of fact, there was a couple. It was the Finchman, I think it's Fincham is the right way to say it. I get that wrong sometimes. But Jamie and Tiffany Fincham did an incredible job running through the losers bracket to come back and face the Williams, Tammy and, well, not Williams, Tammy and Caleb Hurt, you know, the young gun.
Sure.
And Tammy Williams are partners. And the Hurt family is part of the Williams clan out there of cornhole players. But Jamie and Tiffany went on this crazy run and won like 7 straight matches on center court to get back to the championship match against Tammy and Caleb.
Well, and it's good to see, you know, in third place there, Bruce and Teresa Forsey, some of the first people I ever met when I became involved in the ACO, and just great people to run up against any time I'm out and about.
Teresa's been with us for a long time and hasn't been around much anymore. She's moved down to Florida and, you know, has gotten a little bit out of cornhole, but I was so excited personally to see her come in the door with Bruce. And it was great to see her, because it felt like at least a couple years at least since I had seen Teresa. And you always say Teresa and Bruce, you know, at the same time. It was like part of one and the same. And then the Easterlings that took 4th place, you know, a great group there with Chad and Veronica. So
awesome. And then we move into singles and doubles. Singles, if you had to guess who might be at the top of the singles list. Let me see.
I think I've got a tops playing card on this guy.
You know what? I know a guy. And it is that guy. It's Matt Guy. Takes first. Again, the last name Hurt popping up there, and is Kalen Hurt? Caleb? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Typo on my part. I thought maybe there was a Caleb and a Kalen, and I thought, wow, they're just running straight down the alphabet there. But, okay, so Caleb and Matt are battling it out for the singles championship then.
Yeah, I think there's 3 players right now that I know of in the mix for player of the season. I think Matt is in that hunt right now. We have actually 4 players in that mix. Caleb Hurt is in that mix. I know Eric Zockline is in that mix, and Jeff Link is in that mix. So, you know, we've got 4 players across the country that are potentially battling and setting up for one heck of a playoff in Las Vegas in July for player of the season. So that's going to be fun, and all those players are incredible. 2 of them are from the Kentucky market, 1 of them for Virginia, and 1 of them West Coast out in Nevada. So
that's great.
That'll be fun.
And we've talked about that over the years, how the West Coast is starting to step up, and you're starting to see a little bit more infiltration into a game that a lot of people thought was completely locked Midwest, Southeast. So no, it's good to see. And then Brett Guy, Don Bailey rounding out 3 and 4 in the singles, which moves us off into doubles. And as we mentioned before, the family names that just keep popping up there, and the Davis boys took it to them.
The Davis boys did it again. You know, Robbie Davis and Eric Davis have been partners for a while here now, and Eric Davis was chasing player of the season last year, lost to Matt Guy in that playoff match in Montgomery, Alabama, I believe it was. No. And then Brandon Davis took 3rd place with Mickey Pope. So, and our 2nd place team that did a great job running through the tournament of Jeremiah and Justin ended up, I guess, running into what you call a buzzsaw.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
To win, for the championship match, which I guess they were a little bit exhausted, worn out from the day, because they put up a lot of great fights to get there. But just didn't have anything left in the tank to finish it out there.
Well, I'll tell you, and Caleb and Rex Hurt coming in 4th place. I mean, you talk about not having anything left in the tank. I'm exhausted just saying their names as many times as I've said them. I can't imagine the playing to the level to get to where they were. It seems like every division. So, you know, and then I heard one before we wrap up the Greenbrier. I heard there was a little bit of, you unveiled your one-arm bandit side. Even though there was no one-arm bandit actually in the slot tournament, you were actually pounding on the slots and making it happen.
So we had to, one of the things that was pretty cool with the Greenbrier, we had to try to pull off a couple of these what we call slot machine tournaments. We unfortunately didn't get a chance to do the Texas Hold'em tournament, but we'll do that next year because it's coming back. But the slot machine tournament, that's what I'm best at, baby. Banging those buttons.
Yeah. You can give me half of your winnings for bringing that up on this episode. Again, the 100th episode of the Taco, the video Taco, a whole new Taco. Thrilled to be here. And, we talk about what we've done. And, again, we like to look at what we're getting ready to do. The Dubuque Major we've already talked about is rolling up here this weekend, as a matter of fact. And some other cool stuff. Tupelo is coming up the Minnesota Grand Singles Championship, Minnesota Grand Doubles Championship, the weekend of April 19 and 20. So that's kind of cool.
Right. You know, it's what's really kind of cool about this. Tupelo is really, I'm really excited about Tupelo because Red Roof is there, right? So I think some of those top 40 players who will be coming in to compete are going to get a free night stay there because of that sponsorship. Dubuque is kind of going to be fun because Warpole boards are going to be there doing their $500 activation, and you know, it's kind of neat to give our players a chance to play in some of these luck of the draws for free and, you know, win some cash on the side for free. You know, we were talking about it earlier with the Grand Championships in Minnesota and some of the other tournaments. You know, one of the things that we've been doing as an organization is continuing to try to get more and more money put back into the system here.
Punked back
into the system, but put back into the system.
Sorry, I threw you off with some of my sweet moves.
You know, it's pretty interesting, Finn.
Quit laughing.
What's good about it is that we have over the next you know, probably 3 months already, almost $25,000 worth of cash money. I mean, you've got, you know, $3,000 at the singles events up in Minnesota on both days. You got a $3,000 singles, a $3,000 doubles at the Grand Champions up there. We've got money tied to each one of the 3 conference championships that we've got in play: the Heartland, the Big South, the South Atlantic, all taking place June 14th and 15th, all with $2,000 to $3,000 purses. You know, we've got a Dollywood, which is June 1st. That's got a $7,500 tournament. We sold that tournament out last year. Expecting that to sell out again this year. Cool thing about that is with your entry fee, you get tickets to the water park. We've got a $4,000.
That was a big hit, especially from a lot of the videos that I saw.
Oh yeah, it was a huge hit.
It's interesting what people choose to focus on when they're shooting videos at a water park.
We're gonna do even a bigger and better video this year with that. Foley, Alabama, May 3rd. We're gonna be headed down there, so that's gonna be a pretty big one. There's no money attached to that, but that's one of our better live streamed events that we do every year, so that'll be a big hit down there.
Well, and that Rising Star Major, I mean, don't forget that one, $4,000 in guaranteed purse in that one.
That's one of our majors that has fourth, and that's in May, and I am really excited about that. They've got a outdoor swimming pool, 8 horseshoe pits. We might actually run a horseshoe tournament on that Thursday night prior to the big dance.
And if there's any time left from the swimming and the horseshoes, a cornhole tournament will happen. So okay, now as we look ahead and everything is again building up towards that big right around the July 4th weekend in Vegas. Keep in mind all of the information that you need, including, again, like I mentioned, hotel rooms over 50% booked. Make sure you get on AmericanCornhole.com, and I think, is it /Worlds? Is that the best way to find all that?
AmericanCornhole.com/Worlds.
And again, you know, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention the fact that while we're taking the taco now to video has been a big part over the last year and a half or so with the ACO Digital Network, and that's a pretty cool thing too. That the free ability to absorb and get all that content for free.
It is, and CS Alexander is doing a great job adding more and more content to that. So there's exciting announcements coming with some additional movies and footage to be seen on there besides just the play.
Well, and that's again trying to expand the entire American Cornhole organization universe, and what we're going to try to do here with the taco, the video taco, is build up some different segments. And one of the things that's pretty cool is this the player profile. And I think Kristen, who's handling a lot of the posting and different things for the ACO right now, has got a really cool one coming out.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to the one that is coming out here shortly.
And Kristen English, is that going to be the profile that we're focused on right now? I think from
Karen English.
Or Karen, I'm sorry. Just transposed her names. Kristen putting this together with Karen from Philpott, Kentucky. 3rd season playing ACO.
Yep.
Exciting to have her as a player profile. Already won 2 majors this season.
I tell you, Karen is a freak when it comes to cornhole.
In a good way.
Her husband Greg and her travel all over the place. But Karen is one of those other women that is chasing player of the season right now in the female division, and she is actually driven by herself. She lives out in Kentucky. She is driven all the way down to Augusta by herself to compete.
Really?
Just chasing the chance to be player of the season in the ACO in the women's division, and she deserves it. She's good, but she's got to go through the likes of like Paula Stevens and Catherine Kennedy and Dotson. So there's a lot of great women out there right now.
Well, there's just a lot of great play happening, and we've mentioned some of the events where it has taken place, some where it will be taking place, and all of your recaps, all of the information that you need. You're going to find great, exciting content at the ACO Digital Network. You'll find the recaps, and we'll even answer questions. If you've got a question or a segment that you'd like to see, or you're going to try to do some live interactivity, whatever we can do to make the taco even tastier in the next 100+ episodes. And if you have anything you want to send to us, send it to us at play@AmericanCornhole.com. We'll read through all of it, the piles and piles of mail I'm certain that we're going to get as far as to how to make things better. Now, if your suggestion is we go back to audio, I would find that offensive, especially when I'm wearing my brand new shirt, which you can find at AmericanCornhole.com. Don't forget, new bags, new boards, all kinds of stuff, lots of exciting things happening with the world of the ACO, and this is where you'll find all of it recapped for you. Proud to be the mouthpiece and the loudmouth for the ACO. I'm Finn, said Loudmouth. He is Frank Geers, the Cornhole Dude.
Keep on pitching.
And here's a place where you can do that.